Hey guys, I'm Grant Owens on Dash Radio. We Found New Music. We're joined by THOMSTON
Hey.
from Auckland, New Zealand.
That's true.
Here in LA for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And Deal is out, the most recent single, which you just played for us. Tell us about the new music. Tell us about Deal.
Okay, well, Deal is a song that I wrote with some people from New Zealand. I wrote it with one of the guys from Sachi, a guy called Montel, 2099. He's sick. And I wrote it with a guy called Jake from LA Women. That's a band. And yeah, it was like one of those really just fun. Montel had a sick beat, and we were kind of just riffing, and Deal came together really quickly. All the music that I've been doing for these upcoming EPs, like really scattered and random. Like I wrote them with a ton of different people. I think the max number of songs that's done by like a specific combination of like me and one other person is max 2. I think like Taka Perry out of Australia, he has 2 cuts on one of the EPs. But yeah, that's kind of it. Like it's not one of those like my first one, which I wrote with like one guy for like 2 EPs and an album, and that was everything. So it's kind of been an interesting process, making a ton of music with a ton of different people, and then trying to make it like fit together and sound not crazy.
That's great. I mean, it seems like you're motivated and you're obviously putting out what you really love, and you're collaborating with a lot more people. So
yeah,
that's healthy.
Yeah, no, it's good. I did so much by myself this time as well. I learned to produce, and I kind of learned how to songwrite in an isolated way, just like by myself, which is something I hadn't done. And I found that it was a really different experience. I really enjoyed it.
Really? That's cool. And then lightweight also. So what is there a theme with your writing lately?
Honestly, it's kind of just whatever I feel. I mean, I've written so much that the songs that I just picked the strongest songs. I haven't really gone into it. The only thing that I've done in terms of just like selective overall themes was that of these 2 EPs, the first EP is this really like extroverted, brash guitars, kind of mostly love songs. And then the second one's a little darker, a little moodier, a little bit like more introspective and sexier and like more synthy. So that's kind of the only, I don't know, concept that I've had.
I mean, you've been putting music out now for how long? Let's see.
4 years? 5 years?
5 years. We did your first interview back in like 2014.
Whoa, yeah, that's crazy.
But that was when you were in the Auckland waters,
I was
on the front of your page.
A little baby in New Zealand.
Well, that's great. So now you're spending more time on the West Coast, and you're kind of jumping around and staying very motivated and creative, I think.
Yeah, well, I've been like trying to. Well, it's weird. I've had so many songs. I wrote more songs for these EPs than I've ever written. I think like I don't know what the final tally was, but it would be close to 100 at least. Narrowing that down has been such a creative process in of itself that I haven't really been writing very much, and I'm really excited to get back into writing now that I've finally finished. Like everything is done. We're just doing like final mix revisions at the moment. But,
okay, so there's a future body of work.
Yeah. So I mean, the 2 EPs coming out very soon, and then I want to get straight into writing for the thing coming after because I don't like to stop.
We can't wait to hear it.
Oh,
and you've been collaborating with some great people. And who are some of your influences leading up to, I mean, at this point in your life, what's influencing your sound?
A ton of people. I mean, I've just been listening to so much stuff. I've been listening to a ton of like R&B. I mean, I'm the biggest Kehlani fan and SZA, and
we follow your interests.
Yeah.
Well, I meet Kehlani.
I got to meet Kehlani, which was really sick. She was super cool. She was opening up for Halsey in New Zealand. That's and took a little bit of time to sit down with me, and I kind of asked her a bunch of questions for a magazine in New Zealand, and she's been really sweet since. But yeah, no, I mean, moving to LA is one of those things where there's a ton of people around that are killing it, and it's like the center of everything. Like no one
Yeah.
really comes to New Zealand, except maybe to play a show, and so they stay for one day and then they disappear. They go to the beach and then they disappear. So being where everyone is has been definitely like
That's a big influence for you.
yeah, or just knowing that I could at any time bump into one of my favorite artists on the street, that kind of stresses me out and motivates me to be better and also not wear sweatpants out in public. Maybe.
I feel like you're wearing very warm clothes for the weather today.
I have no clean clothes left. This is all I have.
Well, this is a very different time for you. Obviously, it keeps you on your toes living in LA and getting the best stuff you possibly can out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're just really excited to have you back here. And we can't wait to see what the next body work is. It seems like it's getting tighter and tighter.
Yeah, well,
that's kind of the whole idea, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Keep putting out the best stuff you possibly can. That's really cool. And thanks for playing for us today.
No problem.
And yeah, the recording process. How about that? What are you doing as far as the recording process with your new music?
Well, I wrote all of them, as I said, with like a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
But when I was figuring out a track list, I kind of listed all my favorites, and I had a ton of favorites because I'm easy to please. And then I was trying to figure out how am I going to make this sound like a coherent body of work. And I had met someone in LA, Mika Jasper, who I had a couple sessions with. He's really, really sick. Just like a great producer and great writer. But he kind of just helped oversee the entire production of everything. So I would get all the other producers that I worked with to send stems. I would send him my stems from stuff that I self-produced. And we kind of just worked together for like a year.
Wow.
Just tweaking and building a couple transitions and recutting vocals a billion times because I'm a perfectionist. And yeah, it's really exciting. It's been a really different process from the last record. So I very much enjoyed doing it this way. I think it feels like feels really conducive to like top quality work that sounds not cobbled together. So I think it's how I'm going to do it from now on.
We can't wait. Sounds like you're in a very good spot with your music. And hopefully we will see a live show from you at some point here in Los Angeles.
Yes, you will.
We look forward to it. So keep a look on your page for more updates, right? Yeah. Where can people find you?
Is this why I talk to the camera? I break the fourth wall. Hello. Follow me on Instagram, THOMSTON, THOMSTON. That's on Twitter, THOMSTON Music. Facebook. No one uses Facebook anymore. That's okay. Let it die. And I have a website, THOMSTONmusic.com, and that has my tour information, and my merch will be there. And I feel very corporate right now.
That's awesome. We can't wait for the live shows, and look out for the music everywhere. THOMSTON on We Found New Music.